Hi YouTube, you're DM here. So I've been running one shots in the OSG, the tabletop RPG one shot group on Facebook, for a couple of months now, and I think, at least in terms of sheer volume, I'm near the top in the amount of people who are making one shots. I think I've learned quite a bit about how to create one shots, and I figured I'd share some of these insights with you. So I'm going to make a series about it. So this series will look at how I come up with my ideas, how I prep for one shots, how I get people interested in a one shot, and how I actually run them. That being encounters, puzzles, the length of a one shot, how um, all sorts of stuff, setting, all that kind of stuff. So I hope this will be useful for people who are wanting to get into one shots and are just not sure how. I have seen on the one shot group, one of the issues that we have is that some one shots fill up incredibly quickly and others are just empty. And I think that's due to a number of reasons, including setting, including system, and including the way that they advertise them. So part one is going to be about the idea. Um, Planning one shot, the first thing you need is an idea, right? You need to know what you want to run a game of. Um, so the way that I do this, I pick a system first of all. I know how to run three systems. Those are D&D 5e, Fate, and Numenera. And with those three systems, I can, I think, run almost anything, any setting that appeals to me. Um, my ideas come mostly from looking at pictures. So I will troll through Pinterest and DeviantArt and just look at lots of pictures. I'll type in something like Numenera, or I'll type in ancient Greece, or I'll type in Warhammer 40,000. And when I do that, I will just look for pictures, and anything that looks interesting, I'll save it. And I have a folder full of pictures, and these inspire me with ideas. So once I have the image, I can start building a one shot around it, whether it's the image inspires a villain, or it inspires a setting, or it inspires a scene even. That's a good way to start. Another good thing that I do is I listen to music a lot, and songs will inspire me. So whether the song inspires like an idea for a single NPC or a full adventure, they're also a really good place to start. So if you're listening to music all the time, which I assume most people do a lot of, just kind of think about, maybe this could be, this song or this bit of the song would fit a really epic scene or something like that. Settings are also a great place to start. With me, I studied ancient history and theology, so it was easy for me to do some one shots set in historical times. Similarly, I've always been a fan of Warhammer 40,000 and that universe, and so it was an obvious choice for me. If you look at other people running online, you can see Dr. Funlove is a big Dresden Files fan, and so he runs the crap out of that setting, and he nails it. So whatever you're into, whatever you think is interesting, if you have passion for it, that'll come across in your game, and I think that's a really good place to start. So if you're into whatever you're into, do that, run that. People will be interested, especially with a system like Fate. You can kind of run anything. So if you're into 80s cartoons, or if you're into action movies, or if you're into kung fu, whatever, people are into it. There are other people who like what you like. So find something you love, whether that's like Ultimate Fighting, Lord of the Rings, punk rock music, or anything else, and just run it. Think of an idea and just run it. So the way that I set up is, for me, what I do, I don't know if this is for everybody, but I write a short story. So I write a short story from the point of view of one of the characters, where they go, what they do. It's only a skeleton of a story, but split it up into scenes. So I'll say, scene one opens here. The players are able to see all this stuff here, the characters they might bump into, and the objective of the scene. And then I do that for the next bit, and the next bit, and the next bit, whether it's Fate or Warhammer or Numenera or anything, D&D. So I always want a clear start, middle, and end. And the in between is kind of the tricky part. I think the end is easy to write. I know how I want the one shot to end, and it's usually with a twist, but that'll be another video. The beginning, I think, is pretty easy. It's I don't want them to start in a tavern. I want to start them in the middle of the adventure. So if they have to go to a certain town, they start either in the town or like on the road right outside the town, and I let them narrate how they get to the town. I think that a one shot, in terms of length, you don't have time for meeting in a tavern. You don't have time for figuring out what's going on. You have to be dropped right into the middle of it, and I think that's what works best. So yeah, that's going to be part one. I know I just kind of spewed ideas out, but I'll be doing a couple of these on how I do my one shots. But for ideas, yeah, I would say watch movies, listen to music, read things, look at pictures, and the ideas will flow. Hopefully they do for me, so I hope they will for you too. Okay, so if you think this is helpful, if you have any questions, if you want me to cover anything specific on how I do my one shots, let me know in the comments, like, subscribe if you want to, and thanks for watching.